Welcome back to the show, everyone. You are listening to Traveling with Francoise. Wow, this 2 hours always goes by fast in studio, and it goes by just as fast when we're doing remotes like this. Well, joining me now, we have two filmmakers. I'm gathering this is all right. Filmmakers, Skyglow. If you go to the Chamber's website, you are going to see a link to Skyglow. You have to watch these. These are incredible. Joining us is Gavin, Heffernan, and Harun.
Mehmedinovic.
All right. I'll put that mic up a little bit closer there.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. All right. So tell us, what is your role in Skyglow?
So some years ago, me and Gavin noticed that we were doing very similar things, sort of as a hobby, just having fun, and that was going out and taking shots of night skies and going to these beautiful natural places. And we decided to just do maybe some shots. You know, I invited actually Gavin to come and present at a university where I was at. So he came and he did a presentation of what time-lapse is in general. Time-lapse was this more sort of a novelty then than it is necessarily now, because it's gotten a little bit oversaturated. But the whole idea was to shoot the night skies with long exposures over like a whole night period of time, and then you basically make that in about 10 to 20-second little video pieces. And you get to see these incredible movements of the stars and so on. And this was a big novelty, I think, for a lot of people. I mean, at that time, I wasn't thinking about it as much. I just thought it was a new technology that allowed people to do this. And we were seeing more of these videos. But it turns out really why it was a novelty is because people don't see stars anymore.
And they don't. And I say this over and over and over. This is a stargazing community, international stargazing community, where you guys, when you came out here and saw these stars, did you say... Wow.
Well, yeah, I would say I was very surprised to be even remotely close to L.A. and have any good skies. So, I mean, even though L.A. is still 3 hours away, that is actually close compared to when you look at most major cities and any nearby areas. Like if you're in Chicago, you're going to need to travel for like 10 hours in order to get to a really solid, like, Class 1 night sky spot. And there's a few just east of here. So. Okay,
now, I have two people here. We have Gavin and we have Harun. And now, are you both... videographers? Are you both cameramen?
Yeah, we're both filmmakers. We met at the American Film Institute when we were studying feature filmmaking and narrative filmmaking, and sort of we were doing this as a sort of side project and getting out into nature and shooting the night sky. And Borrego Springs was one of these incredible towns that we came across that sort of blew our mind. And we were lucky enough to get a good press response to our videos and to have a good influx of people that were interested. So we decided, what if we take that goodwill and good press and point it towards the issue of light pollution? And so we launched a Kickstarter project that was able to fund our project. And essentially we went across North America photographing some of the most incredible dark sky locations, some of the worst locations, and towns like Borrego Springs as an example of what you can do to make a difference and how people can fight back and really sort of protect this endangered resource that we believe the night sky is. And so that's essentially what got us going on this journey and got us to go across the continent discovering these places.
So Skyglow is a link that people can go and watch.
Yep, it's actually skyglowproject.com is the official website, and that basically it takes you there. It shows you a lot of information, and there's sort of the technical side of it, and then the artistic side of it, where we sort of show off some of these great locations for the endangered resource they are. And that's essentially, we've been doing that as an ongoing project. We do have a 200-page book that's sort of the centerpiece of this all, but we're also releasing new videos every 2 months and just kind of continually trying to raise awareness and going town to town and making presentations about what we can do to make a difference.
And it all basically started here in Borrego Springs. You came across something. So now when people go to watch your Sky, go to your website, watch the video clips. Now, this is ongoing. Are you always adding to the project? Is there an end to this project, or I know this is because I'm trying to form this question in my head because I'm thinking about it. Where does this take you with?
Like most documentary films have a finite point. I mean, we're in a kind of nature documentary territory with what we do. Most of them have a final point because they tend to be short films or feature films. with us, it's kind of a lifelong thing because the goal is activism, ultimately, about the night sky. So as long as we're alive and we can contribute in some way to that, we're going to keep doing it. It's a lifelong project. It's not going to stop anytime soon. We may do other things in our lives, but we're always going to come back to it and add more things to it. And I think the way we can add to it is in two ways. One is to highlight new developments that happen in a visual way, in an interesting way. And the other thing we could do is, as new technologies come out and new ways of capturing this and new ways of bringing it to the audience, then I think we can contribute in that sense as well, that we can do something new.
All right. So now, and Harun, thank you. So my next question is the response. You mentioned that the response has been really good. Are you having organizations now come to you guys and want you to make this more front and center with the organizations that they have? Does this, because you really are touching an area which the sky, people really don't, besides climate warming and all climate change and all that sort of stuff, they don't think about the nighttime stars. They don't think about what we see at night. So is this bringing awareness? Are a lot of other groups now, this is bringing awareness to different subjects, and they're coming to you saying, okay, you guys, we want to be part of this. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, we actually were lucky that in the beginning of our process, early on, International Dark Sky Association recognized what we were doing as useful to them. Mm-hmm. And that was really important because they sort of legitimized the project from the beginning, because they're sort of the authority on this issue, and they were the entity that gave Borrego Springs its dark sky designation, and it took a year for the town to earn it. So they tend to be pretty strict as far as like giving out designations or even starting relationships with people. So for us to actually get in a good graces with them from the beginning was really important, because they opened up all these doors to potential places we can go and film, and they helped us reach some very difficult to reach places as well because of the red tape of shooting there, like historical spots, like in National Park Service has historical locations, and they don't let you there stay at night. And it's like a huge red tape problem of having to apply to all these permits and all that stuff. So IDA helped us because they made contacts on our behalf with these people and opened up doors for us. So that made our project a little easier to do. So from the beginning, we had that one base of support, which was the IDA. And ever since then, there's been quite a few other organizations that tie into that have come and want us to do presentations for them, or that have actually bought our materials and so on.
Fantastic. I'm from the Coachella Valley, and we kind of see a few stars at night, but we don't see them like out here in Borrego Springs. And I think a lot of people don't even realize that how often, Gavin, how when you tell people about sky glow and you tell them, look up, see if you can see the stars at night. How many people do you shock when they look up and they don't see anything? It's
interesting because what we do, one of the questions we ask at a lot of our presentations are how many people have seen the Milky Way with their own eyes. And when we ask in Borrego Springs, every hand goes up. But when we're in Los Angeles or some of these other major city centers, it's very few people that have actually ever seen it with their own eyes. So a lot of it's about perspective, and it's incredible. You either know about light pollution or you're part of the 80-90% of the people who have no idea what it even is. And kind of also what we discovered is that for us it was an issue about aesthetics and about beauty and a loss of being able to see the night sky. But the more we dug into the issue and the more we learned, we see that there are actually profound health impacts on animals, nature, people. There's just an entire system of humanity that's essentially been upset because instead of having a full day and a full night, the bodies are being convinced that it's daytime 24 hours a day. So it's kind of, as you start pulling the thread of the issue, you start to realize how important it really is. And so part of our we've learned along the way, and we're also sort of helping share that information with other people and really sort of calling attention to it as it's more than a loss of beauty. It's something more profound than that. And so that's kind of been part of the journey as well for us.
Well, I can see you actually going to schools, because what came to mind to me is school children that live in the cities. They don't even know what the stars look like. They have never seen skies like this. They probably can't even believe that it's out there. That it's real, and for you to be able to go to schools and offer this to students to see what the sky is held at night is really incredible. Well, you guys, let everyone know again. Tell them where they can go and find your sky glow pieces. Say that 10 times in a row. Just let everyone know.
So the main site is skyglowproject.com. That's all one word, skyglowproject.com, and that will link you to a bunch of free videos. You can see the book. You can learn a lot about the issue, and that's pretty pretty much our central hub for it, and you can also see some great Borrego Springs things on there as well. So it's good all-around fun.
Well, congratulations to you guys. Best of luck in
Thank
the
you
future.
so much.
I can see this really growing. And do me a favor, get to the schools and show these kids what stars are really like. And then we'll bring them all out here to Borrego Springs.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, guys. Bye-bye. All right, folks. Well, that pretty much covers it all. Linda, we have about 30 seconds. If there's anything you want to say to everyone out there, everyone knows Linda Haddock. So,
hi, everybody. It's a pleasure to have Francoise out here. It's been great. All her listening audience, please do plan to get out to Borrego Springs. We're just slightly south of the Coachella Valley.
Yep, really easy.
Straight down the 86 and on the S22, come out and enjoy the stars.
All right. And Linda, again, another great festival. Hats off to you. Good job. I know it's a lot of work. Do you get to hibernate for a week or so or no?
No, I do take Monday off, though,
Okay.
and I'm just hoping that somebody else will pick up being chair this year. I've been it for too many years now. I'm begging.
Someone else. They don't want to do it.
I know.
You know how to do it all. Well, Linda, I always love coming out to Borrego Springs. Thank you so much for your support, having me out here all the time. I had so much fun with the parade. I love emceeing the parade. I had to do the awards. That was fun. Maybe next year I'll sign up. I'm signing up for the awards right now. I want to get those in. Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that's it. We're going to have to go. This is Traveling with Francoise Television, Fox 11. Don't miss it. We'll see you next time.